So every year, I produce a guide to the application for internships in the year 2026. So here are your key dates for this year. So the Tuesday, 6th of May, they open, and crucially, and this is correct, Thursday, 5th of June closes. That I would not be putting it in on the last day. I think technically you've got to like putting to heady at least 11:59 p.m. There's a bit of activity that happens after the application is closed. And your first round of offers, which again will be for the rural and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander type pathways, will be on the 14th of July with the main offers for the main metropolitan hospital type rounds on the Wednesday. And usually most people will get their offer by this time, like the majority, because most people will be in a high priority category. And then you can see here there's basically like a rounds of offers and a period of close, which allows the national audit process to check how it's all going and clear out people who might have more than one offer on the table. So there are your key dates. Here are the figures as we have them. We know that the numbers have gone up. New South Wales is now well over 1,000 interns. I was sort of thinking maybe Victoria might get to 1,000 by this year. They may still do if there's a bit of growth. Queensland's actually catching up significantly. And you can see this sort of reflects that not every jurisdiction is the same in terms of the number of interns per population. Why is that important? You know, there's other doctors, obviously, etc. Well, your interns become your residents, who become your trainees, who become your consultants. So if you're thinking about your future workforce and how many doctors you need, general practitioners, other specialists, having more interns in the system does kind of end up with more other doctors in the system. And you can see the Northern Territory, for example, you know, has the more than double the number of interns per population than say New South Wales. And the Northern Territory is quite short in number of doctors per population overall, so that, you know, it's a good strategy that they're really trying to up their number of spots. I've put the salaries there. You can see that New South Wales is now clearly lagging behind everywhere else. Last year, 42 posts were unfilled, quite a large number in South Australia as well, which is interesting because we've got this Commonwealth program, which is meant to sort of provide additional capacity. Arguably, that capacity is no longer required. What it does mean is that potentially there's more opportunities for international graduates to do internships. If those positions are not filled, probably hospitals will start advertising for resident jobs, so PGY2, postgraduate year 2 jobs, for which IMGs may be able to apply for. So it probably means that there is a bit more capacity for particularly IMGs on the standard pathway as well as the competent authority pathway to get spots in the Australian system. So the numbers, New South Wales is looking at 1,175 for next year, Victoria 973, Queensland 921, Western Australia probably 401 based on the year before. Same with South Australia, 353, Tasmania 106, Australian Capital Territory 96, Northern Territory 88 internships, and the junior doctor training program probably 115, leading to a grand total of 4,228 internships for 2026.